观众朋友们，晚上好，欢迎收看最新一期的子天访谈录 ICT Talk Show， 我是子天 Schedule。Welcome to ICT Talk Show. Hi Patrick.
Hello, how are you?
Very good. So happy to see you here.
Yes, happy to see you too.
So I really enjoy you invite me go to HCC, then collaboration with the students. So I think audience want to know more about your school's program and know more about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Patrick Francis, and just a little bit of background about myself so the audience can get to know me a little bit.
Okay.
So I am from Houston, Texas, one of the few people born and raised in Houston. However, my parents are from Louisiana.
Okay.
I grew up in Houston, went to school at Baylor University, have a master's from Texas Southern University and Mary Hardin Baylor. And I have been working in the education field for about 15 years overall.
Wow.
Education, I've been involved in financial aid, funding students to go to school, and also on the teaching side, so instructor side as well. And during that time frame, during COVID, is when the city and everywhere was shut down, of course. During that time, I was able to start a nonprofit called Living a Meaningful Purpose. The acronym is LAMP. So my partner is Lloyd Lindley. So he wasn't able to make it today because of work. But we started a nonprofit which is related to education, which is financial literacy for the youth, for the underserved communities. And we also provide assistance with those who look to do not financial fitness, but to be physically fit also. So a lot of times the kids nowadays are just sitting in their room playing video games, and you don't see them outside anymore. So we're trying to get more kids to be active. We're trying to get families involved to make it a good environment and atmosphere for everybody to have fun and stay fit, and also learn about financial literacy, some things that they may not learn in school.
Wow, very nice. So I heard about HCC has many good programs for maybe adult education.
Yes.
So can you introduce some details?
Okay, so adult education is something that I really enjoy, and it's a passion of mine to teach, but it's also now I'm into adult education where I'm actually teaching people who are not native English speakers. So at first it was a little bit intimidating because I'm used to dealing with the youth that can speak English, and I'm teaching them about financial literacy and different things like that. But I got into the position where I'm able to speak to people from all over the world. Mostly is Spanish speakers, but as you can tell in Houston, there's so many different countries, so many different native tongues, and people who are here to be a part of the culture and to integrate into the culture. And I'm here to help them learn English so that they can make a better life for themselves in the future, find better jobs, help them in employment. I hear stories of people that just want to learn how to speak English better with their children. So their children are born here in the United States, and they are still speaking their native tongue, you know, whether it's Vietnamese, whether it's French, Spanish, or whatever it is. They want to be able to communicate better with their children because they're learning English as they're growing up. So some just want to be able to have a better communication with their children overall and grow with the culture and environment here in the United States.
You just say you have a non-profit organization. So what does this organization do?
So the nonprofit was started during, I want to say it was 2019. Formally incorporated in 2019 as a 501c3 nonprofit. Once again, it's called Living a Meaningful Purpose. My partner is someone I grew up with. We were both kids in the same neighborhood, our parents in the same neighborhood, and we both were into athletics and school. We both grew apart, went to different colleges, but what happened was we both came back to Houston, and we were both in similar situations as far as looking for a purpose and for the next step in our life, right? So knowing that we had similar backgrounds, we were both always in the community on the north side of Houston. People would always know that they would get us mixed up because we kind of look alike. So we actually grew up just basically like brothers. So people was like, hey, you know, Patrick and Lloyd, or, you know, our nicknames, Doc and Chip. So we would always help out people in the community. Our parents had the same values of giving back. We learned from there, and we decided to make it official and start a nonprofit to make a bigger impact, because separate, we were doing our thing. We were still making things happen. But we found out that when we were able to actually bring everything together, all of my friends from college and other places that I met and work, and all of his friends from college and work, we were able to bring them all together and actually made even more connections in the community, to where we have a couple of city council people, some judges that are participating with our school drives. We have it at Williams Elementary in the area we grew up at. We had a school drive where we were able to give students 500 backpacks to start school with the supplies in it. We've had other drives for the homeless. We would go to downtown where they call it Tent City. And in that section, you'll just see people, you know, on the streets, whether they're in need of help or different lacking resources. We would come through with socks when it's cold, jackets when it's cold, and then we also give them some resources to access people that may be able to help them. Some people are just down on their luck. Some people may have some mental issues. So we have people that, through the connections that we made from the nonprofit, that were able to volunteer some of their services, whether to just come and pray for them, or to provide some type of professional help, or just to provide temporary help with some type of sanitary products, different products for not only adults, but also the kids that may be out there with the parents that are homeless as well. So our nonprofit has grown since then, and we're doing a lot more events, and we're looking to get larger spaces so we can continue making an impact.
Thank you so much. So I heard about HCC has many programs. It's not just adult education, right?
Correct. It's of course HCC have campuses all over Houston, and adult education is currently a part of the position that I'm in, but there's several other types of degree plans, whether it's a shorter career where you can get a certification, or you can get a 2-year associate's. And now HCC is also able to offer 4-year degrees. So we're known as a 2-year associate program type school, Houston Community College, but now we're also going to be known to getting into AI, which is the next technology moving forward, where you are able to obtain a 4-year degree in that.
Thank you, Patrick. So I know you have the passion for the education, right? Why you choose education?
Okay, so I chose education because, for one, if you don't mind, can I rewind it back a little bit on how I kind of built that within me to get to the point where I'm at now. Like I said, my parents have a large influence on me. They're from Louisiana, and I don't know have you ever heard of the term Creole? So Creole is a term that most people from Louisiana consider it's the term where it's black, but it's mixed with a lot of other cultures. And some people may say it's like gumbo. It's like a lot of things mixed together. So Louisiana originally was purchased by the French So, of course, during that time frame, the French migrated to Louisiana way back in like the 1600s, during a war with Britain and United States. So since France was ruling Louisiana at the time, they all spoke French. So no matter what color, race, creed you were from, everybody in that region spoke French and mixed with English. So as time progressed, I think around the 1800s, the Spaniards then took over and ruled Louisiana. So now they brought their culture, they brought their language to Louisiana. Now we have a mixture of Spanish, French, English, but then you can't forget, originally the Native Americans were there. So now you have Native Americans, the migration of Africans, they have these British that were part of that rule, then you have the French and the Spanish. And all of that together is like, they call it the pot of gumbo, you know? So it's all a mixture. So Creole is a mixture of speaking those languages, but it's kind of like broken English, because I would hear my parents, my grandfather, my great-grandparents, my grandmother, they would speak French. And so, and sometimes those words would come out as Spanish also. So when I got into the adult education field as far as English second language, I wasn't as intimidated because, like most people would think, well, you know, you don't speak, that's not your native tongue, it's Spanish. But in the class, there's people that speak Spanish predominantly, but I have about another 20% of students that speak a lot of other different languages. So that also helps those students, because they're now, I need them to speak to me in English, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to communicate to me in English. And then at the same time, I'm learning so much from all of the different cultures.
It's each other.
Yeah, so I'm learning so much about how they grew up, what they had to endure to come to America, how they appreciate things that we take for granted, how they have different perspectives and viewpoints about life that just growing up in United States, you don't think about it. It's just, hey, I'm just gonna go to high school, and then when I go to high school, I'm gonna just go to college, and then I'll just look for a job and maybe keep going to school after that. Well, the perspective that they come here with is more of a, I need this to survive. I need this for my family. I need to build a legacy. I need my kids and my grandkids to be able to have freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and this is something they may not have had where they came from. So being able to hear all of the stories and how proud they are about their heritage and where they came from, I can also share where I came from and my heritage, and then it makes me go further back to learn more about my heritage and where I came from, and it helps me better understand things that my parents were telling me, or things that I read in the history books, and now I have a different perspective. So I'm not only growing from being in class with them, but I'm also helping them grow, and we're just growing together while we're in class.
Thank you, Patrick, to share your experience. So I know HCC is an amazing school. Today you also invited your supervisor together, right?
Yes, Miss Elizabeth Guerrero Lopez. She's the person that is over the adult education program, and I was glad she was able to make it on such short notice. But she's able to really get into detail and talk about all the great things that the adult education program has to offer.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Elizabeth. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Sure. Thank you for the invitation. Again, my name is Elizabeth Guerrero Lopez. I am one of 5 teacher supervisors in the Adult Education and Literacy Program at Houston Community College.
Excellent. Can you talk more about this program?
Sure. So our program, or the program, has been in existence for more than 40 years. We are funded by the Texas Workforce Commission, and we work under Houston Community College as well. So what we offer mainly is 3 programs. English as a second language.
Okay.
We have the Text Chase, which is the previously known as GED, in its preparation courses to be ready for the official state exam. And then we also offer the Career for You Academy, and that's where you're able to obtain certificates and trades at a very low or no cost.
Wow. So for the adult education, each class, how long maybe
The program?
yes.
So English as a second language, we actually, the entire program runs all year long. So we offer different starts throughout the entire year. We only close for the holidays. Right now it's currently closed. We should be back open again on January the 2nd. And then every semester, we have mini semesters right now in December, but we go all year round, like I mentioned previously. We start back on January the 16th, and it runs through May. Within that semester, we have different starts too. So again, we're all year round offering courses. We have the English as a second language, and these could be from 16 weeks through to 4 weeks long. Doesn't mean that you will be certified or available to speak and dream in English, but you're able to learn the basics and able for you to have a communicate with a native speaker.
Wow, that's nice. So how about the other program? It's how long? Maybe.
Again, the semesters are from 16 weeks, and we have as short as 4 week long. And these programs help you not only to learn the language, but also to learn how about the everyday of in the U.S., how the way you can communicate at the doctor's office, the way you can communicate at the store, at a restaurant. So we show you different ways to communicate, not only the proper and the grammar, but also the everyday activities.
Yeah, I want to ask about other program, like you just mentioned, they have a trade. Yeah.
Yes. So the Text Chase, which is the preparation courses to obtain the GED state exam and the certificates. Now those they have different trades. You do have to attend an orientation before you actually go and start the program because there are applications. Again, these are at no cost. So you attend the orientation. We will we will give you a QR so that whoever is interested can scan that QR and register for an orientation. And then we should be having some or many starting in January. Again, it goes throughout the entire year. Aside from that, we also have the Career Academy, which offers healthcare, business, technology, information technology, manufacturing, and construction. And those are under Career for You. Wow. Again, they have different time frames that have a start, and then also they have a different time frame or length for duration of the program.
Wow, that's nice.
You have to be, again, like the program says, it's adult education, so you have to be a minimum of 16 years of age. There are some requirements for the 16th and 17th, but you do have to be of that age and not be at a high school at the same time. So you can only do one or the other.
Okay. So have to be over 16 years old.
Yes. Yes, and again, it's a no cost. I can't emphasize too much to this, but it's a no cost.
Okay.
And the requirements, if you're a minor, you do have to come with a parent or guardian. They do have to authorize your presence in the classes. We treat you as an adult, though, because that's how Houston Community College is. We treat you as an adult, and again, the program is called Adult Education.
Oh, nice. So you just say no cost, even ESL class?
Yes, no cost in the Adult Education and Literacy program. Now, with Houston Community College, we also have the intensive English programs with continuing education. They also offer ESOL. Now, those have a cost. It depends. I believe it's per class or per hour. So for that, we can also get you in contact with the appropriate personnel so they can give you the information. And also, any interested person can go to see an academic advisor, and they can give them the information for those programs.
Wow, excellent. I know many immigration come to here. Houston is a very diverse city, so they
Yes.
want to learn better English and education. They can find a job, start a new life here.
And that is correct. The college itself is diverse, and therefore we serve the entire city of Houston. We have colleges all the way to Katy, and we have all these programs that are being offered at all these colleges. So if you live at the furthest of the city, if you find a Houston Community College, there you can go and inquire about the program, and we are there. So there is no excuse. Everyone has the same opportunity all around the city to be part of these programs.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for the information.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's helped a lot.
Thank you.
So I think in the future, if HCC have other program, you want an announcement for the audience, welcome to come to my show.
Yes. So thank you again for having us. It is a pleasure for us to be here and be able to promote the program, this program that's at no cost, so that everyone can better their lives, can have a better job, a higher pay, and just we're immigrating to the United States to be a better person.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully I see you soon.
Sure.
Thank you. 这就是今天的子天访谈录. I see you next week.